Shalom and welcome to 2 Minutes of Torah. This year is entitled Daf Yomi, Megilla Zayin Amud Bet. The Gemara writes that Zakai was Zochet Harichot Yamim because he never gave anyone a nickname. Tosas asks, that's not meritorious, it's an Issur to give someone a nickname. The Gemara Mezia writes, the one who loses Olam Haba for such a transgression. Tosas writes that in this case, it was not a nickname that even hurt anyone. Still, he did not do such a thing. The sugya of nicknames is a very serious one. The Gemara Mezia writes that someone who gives someone a nickname is subject to loss of Olam Haba. Question is, what exactly is the case? Is it derogatory? Is it meant in a derogatory way? Does he take it in such a manner? Rashi writes there, even if it's not taken in such a way, once the speaker had that in mind, he loses the Olam Haba. Maharsha writes that that's pretty hard to understand. Of course, it's a terrible affair, but a loss of Olam Haba when the person was not even embarrassed. It's one thing to say, Hamav v'nechavero, someone embarrasses someone, he loses Olam Haba, but over here, it doesn't even embarrass the person. So where is the loss of Olam Haba? He did something terrible, and he meant something horrible. So the Maharsha has a tough time with Rashi, but he does admit that the Rambam does seem to go in that same direction. Because the Rambam in Hilchot Teshuva does write that just you gave a person a bad name, you machanesh kinoi, that itself, one loses Olam Haba. On the other hand, in Daiot, the Rambam writes only when you gave someone an embarrassing name. So the Rambam himself does seem to be a bit of a contradiction that needs to be analyzed here. Either way, giving someone a nickname is a terrible, terrible thing. If it is something that he doesn't like, that is for sure asur, and it is a very serious violation. The Gemara goes ahead and talks about the case after case in Gemara Mezia and ibid, how horrible an affair it is, and we have to take into account many halachic nafkaminas that come out from this sugya. The fact is, when a parent gives a child a name to commemorate a relative, it's possible that that name was a common name in a previous generation, and one must consider the fact that this name is no longer in use. And maybe it would be more appropriate to have a variation of that name. So that on the one hand to commemorate the deceased, on the other hand not to embarrass the child. Another example also is that if a child has a nickname in the youth, where everyone thought it was cute, and he also thought it was cute. And now he's a doctor, he's a rabbi, or he's an adult that simply doesn't want that nickname anymore. It would be also to call him by that name. Being called by a last name. Many people don't like being addressed by their last name. They want to be addressed by their first name. All of these are issues which have to do with one calling someone by a name. So it is a very, very serious issue. Just to sum up, the Issur, whether it's just intending to give someone a negative nickname, or only when it actually results in the embarrassment, that is a machloket in Maharsha. But everyone does agree that if you go ahead and you call someone by a name, which is something which he does not want to have, and you are not 100% sure that he likes that nickname, it must be avoided at all costs. It's a very serious transgression. We must have 100% sensitivity to another human being. Shalom.